Okay. My name is Rebecca Miller, and I own Space for Life. I'm a professional organizer here in Topeka, and I serve probably about a 60-mile radius. It's where I've had clients come from. Um, I started the business in 2008, and at that time I set up the business as a LLC, as a limited liability corporation. And as far as executing a business plan, excuse me, I didn't really put together a formal business plan at that point, or at any point actually. I've set up the business. I made sure I got the insurance I needed, the liability insurance, a bond, not only to protect myself, but also to provide little assurance for any prospects or clients that I have, that I had some financial backing that way. Sorry. I didn't need a loan at that point. I really didn't have a lot of startup costs. It was, a few $100s for the insurance. I joined the National Association of Professional Organizers. Our dues are about $200, $225 a year, so that wasn't too terrible. And then I just put together some business cards and some, brochures and that sort of thing, which I knew a woman in a networking group I was in, so she helped me with that and did a very nice job, and they looked very professional. I really like them a lot better than what somebody would get off of, was it Vistaprint or something like that, which those are fine, but this was a little bit just better quality cardstock and design, and I think that's what it was that actually got me my first client. So they were kind of impressed by the marketing materials and gave me a call, and we went from there. So all of that, it wasn't big startup expenses. I don't have a lot of overhead. It's a personal business. We don't have a lot of equipment or anything like that. So as far as startup money, my greatest barrier to entry for becoming an entrepreneur, I think I'm still facing that. I'm having to work a full-time job still at this point and just do my organizing business on the side, and that's because of the financial situation our family is in. I have 2 teenagers and be going to college soon, and I'm the one with the health insurance coverage, and got to be thinking about the 401k and have the mortgage and all that. So I know a lot of people who are full-time organizers, and that's what I'd like to do eventually, but I'm just not in a position right now to be able to stop the full-time job and devote and be up to speed quick enough with organizing clients and to be consistent with the income. So maybe someday we can see how things will turn out. So that's my biggest barrier. I still enjoy doing it part-time, evenings and weekends, and which is nice too, because this past couple of months have been crazy busy with my kids' schedules with soccer and ballet, and I just really haven't had any time to work with clients. So it's been kind of slow, and that's worked out perfectly with my schedule. And it's funny because now that things are starting to ease up a little bit, and I've gotten a couple of calls and some more interest. So I think it just, universe knows or something about how my schedule is and how much I can handle at one time, and things are coming in. So we'll see how that goes. As far as fears that I would have, I can't really think of anything. I could see whereas if I were depending on this for my full-time income, that I'd be fearful, but maybe I'm sure there'd be some anxious nights, as far as making sure that pipeline was full with new clients coming in and ongoing work in order to to keep the income to where it would need to be. So that's the only thing I can think of. I have been contacted by some people here recently who are interested in the business and or in becoming organizers themselves, and I've tried to be very helpful and talk to them and let them know what I found to be true and how I run my business. And so I think, some people would see that as, oh dear, there's more competition, but I guess I feel like that's fine. I'm glad to see more people come into the industry in this part of the country, because I don't think there've been a lot in Topeka or Shawnee County in the past. But the more of us that there are out there, the more willing people maybe to try to use our services and think of it as something that they should do or should look into. So I kind of welcome that. As far as why I wanted to take action to launch the business, I think I get bored easily, and I'm always trying to find something new. And this was just something I think I've always had a talent for, as far as organizing things. And then I found some websites where it kind of helped me hone those skills, and I finally figured out that people actually make a living doing this, that people get paid to do this. And so I researched a little bit more. I found the National Association of Professional Organizers and researched them with this, and I thought, well, I'll give it a shot and see what happens. And it's, I've enjoyed it. I just love being able to help people, and especially, after we've been working together for even that first session, and we've gotten maybe one little corner or something cleared off, or the desk or whatever, and I'm thinking, oh gosh, I hope that they're getting something out of this. And at the end of that 2 hours, they look at me and say, oh, I just feel awesome. This is so great. That just warms my heart, and that's why I'm in it. That feeling that you're really helping somebody who's struggled with this or needs the help, and that you're kind of getting through to them and seeing that there is a way to simplify their life and make their space work for them, and not be not have it be a problem for them. So let's see, parting thoughts to share with other entrepreneurs. I don't know, I'm thinking I'm kind of more in the position where I should be trying to learn from others, but I think if you have an interest in starting a business, just do your research. There's just all kinds of information out there, and you have to not only know what your actual business is. I mean, a lot of people are really great cooks and make wonderful food, but that's a whole lot different than actually opening a restaurant and running a successful restaurant, because there's all the background, the legal and the financial and the record keeping and the employees, and so there's all that other stuff that you have to do to run a successful business. And if you're not in a position where you can do that yourself, then you really have to know who to ask for help and who to hire to do that for you, and to make sure that things are run the way you want them to be run. So, do all that background checking and figure out how that part of it's going to be done too. For me, hasn't been too terrible, because I don't have any employees, for one thing, but with my background in law and banking, I'm kind of geared into that, the details of that sort of thing, so that hasn't been too much of a challenge for me, but I can see where for some people it might be, and so you just need to get the help, and there's lots of good resources here in Topeka and Shawnee County to help you with that. So I don't know if that's about it.